So hello and am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Can we start now, or should we wait for others to come for 5 minutes more, or we should start?
Sir, I think we should wait 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Let us wait for 5 minutes. Then we will start. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I think we should. Okay. Uh, so have you went through last day's lecture, last day's class, recorded class?
Sir.
Okay. So we have finished the two sections of the introduction, consist of 3 chapters each. First section was dealing with the philosophy of Ptolemism, and the next section, which consists of again 3 chapters and in several paragraphs, it was dealing with the derivative methods. We have dealt it with the derivative method and how far it is important in the present context. Next, one chapter. I hope you remember the division we have made of introduction. In the content part, initially we have divided introduction firstly in 3 paragraphs. Those which are given. Follow the content of introduction. Go to the content of introduction. You will get 3 paragraphs. Okay, I have asked you to write Roman 1, Roman 2 and Roman 3. Okay, in the first para, we told it consists of few sections. First section was of Tolecosm, consists of 3 chapters. Okay, next section was in the first Roman 1. Then next section consists of derivative method, 3 chapter, again 3 chapter. Okay, we have completed these 2 sections. Now next section consists of only 1 chapter. One chapter may contain several paragraphs or 1 or 2 paragraphs. Okay, this is the division of introduction we have made. Means it was there in originally, which is making the study of introduction bit easier. So next section is on tonic. It consists of 1 chapter only and is up to 61 number paragraph. Up to 61 number paragraph. Okay, and write there like this, chapter number 7. Make a line like this at the end of 61 number paragraph. Make a line like this and write 7 there. So it is 7th chapter. Okay, 7th chapter completed at paragraph number 61. So this section is dealing with the tonic. Okay, what is tonic? Is anything they are thinking that is stimulating the strength of the body, debilitating power of the body is being strengthened. With those thinking of that these are affecting as tonic, patient will come to you and ask, doctor sahab kuch tonic de dijiye. Okay, these are so common nowadays. These tonics are so common nowadays that you cannot deny them that homeopathy don't have tonic. Just give them some placebo with a special type of instruction and mixed a bit more RS with that, so that the patient will think that this is tonic. And in some cases you can give alpha mother tincture without any other medicine. You can use alpha mother tincture in some debilitated condition where there is poor growth. Okay, this is the one of the indication of alpha, that poor growth, lack of milk in the mother's breast, okay, and loss of appetite. These are the few indications for alpha, and these are being used as in tonic formulation by homeopathic companies, and people are using those. Okay, so these are so common that it cannot be denied that we have no tonic. Just give your patient any placebo, or if deemed necessary, you can give Avena sativa as a nerve tonic without any other medicine. There will be indication of Avena sativa. Think of patient, you have Borix Materia Medica, open Avena sativa. In Borix Materia Medica, open Avena sativa. What is written there? Open Avena sativa in Borix Materia Medica. Initial few lines, you will get
has a
what is
selective
written there.
action on the brain, has a selective action on the brain and nervous system, favorably influencing the nutritive function.
And
Nervous
one more line.
nervous exhaustion, sexual debility, and the morphine habit call for this remedy in rather material doses. Best tonic for debility.
This morphine habit. Okay, what you can say about this morphine habit? Any drug which have been used by allopathic school, which is causing a sedative effect, or patient may be directly on the addiction of morphine. Okay, number one. Number two, any drug which are functioning as sedative, and patient came to you with a dull stupor, means lack of concentration, lack of power of concentration, lack of memory function, sharpness. Yesterday a patient came to me and he told me that I am lacking the sharpness which I was used to having. Okay, that sharpness is going, and on inquiring he accepted that he is addicted to certain kind of drugs. He was wanting some tonic. Okay, in these cases, what do you think people are using? Sometime Brahmi, okay, Bacopa mother tincture for these kind of cases, but it will not have a good effect. Avena sativa is more indicated in this sort of sedative. People who were on anticonvulsive medicines, okay, for so long, anticonvulsive medicines or painkillers for migraine, okay, for so long, these are nothing but sedative, having sedative effect for the person, and you will bound to get these kind of lack of sharpness or dullness in the patient. So in these cases, Avena sativa may act as tonic, okay, provided it is just to stimulate the vital force, preparing the patient for the polycrest. Okay, we have already told that where there is vital force is so lacking, the force is so diminished that it need to arouse to such a level where it can react as curative secondary action. It can give a curative secondary action to our medicine. In these cases, you can use these medicines which are in our Materia Medica depicting as tonics. Okay, nerve tonic like Califos, okay, for old age, where the vital force is so low that you cannot you cannot get a curative. What are the types of secondary action? Counteraction and curative action. You cannot get the curative action because the vitality is so low. In those cases, you can use these so-called tonics available with us. Okay, but this does not mean that it is substituting our totality of symptom. Why you are giving these sort of tonics? You are giving these sort of tonics because you want to arouse the vitality to such a level that you can give your polycrest. Okay, there are instances when the patient is not reacting to your medicine, like opium, okay, carboveg. These are the medicine may be given in such cases when the lacking the power to the reaction, remedy reaction. So this is the concept of, it can be a concept of tonic in homeopathy. Okay, not in like in old school. What are the tonic being used in old school nowadays? These are rampant. They are doing they are prescribing rampant tonic. Okay, polybion. Every now and then people are taking polybion. Don't know what sort of vitamins it is having and what sort of elements these are having, and they are using these type of tonic available over the counter. Okay, so this is the concept of tonic in old school, is still being used in modern day, and most dangerous tonics are of Ayurvedic and Unani medicines. Okay, they are majuns. You will get majuns, a mixture of, and they will tell that this is, what is this Chawanprash? Why people are taking it? Sona Chandi Chawanprash. Okay, these sort of name means sort of attractive name have been given to these Chawanprash. What are these? What are these majuns? They are nothing but mercurial preparation. Okay, you should ask your patient to refrain from those type of products. Chawanprash is purely, you will get mercurial preparation, and you know how dangerous mercury could be for our body. Okay, you should refrain, and you should ask your patient to refrain from these sort of preparations. Still are being used in Ayurvedic, and Unani companies are making those things. Okay, and telling that these are tonic, boosting your immunity. It is not boosting your immunity in the real sense, because it is if it is a mercurial preparation, all the Chawanprash and majuns are mostly means 99 out of 100 are having mercury as their mercury as their basic ingredients. Okay, so read paragraph number 55, from paragraph number 55.
The old school has yet another method of treatment, which is termed the stimulating and strengthening system. It is astonishing how it can boast of this method.
Okay, bracket A, the extensia nervina,
Tonica,
other is
consuncia,
nervina,
roborancia.
tonica, consumptia, robrantia. Okay, these sort of tonics, name of different tonic. What it is doing, it is for nerve, it is for strengthening your, it is for extending your muscle power, this and that. Okay, there is a short footnote to it, and it is discussed further in aphorism number 59. Open aphorism number 59. It is one of the longest aphorism in Organon of Medicine. Aphorism number 59. It is nothing but examples of primary and secondary actions. Okay. Altogether, 6-7 examples have been quoted here in aphorism number 59. See, 2 pages have been completed, and we rarely go through this aphorism. This is nothing but examples of antipathy, primary action and secondary action. What these are doing. Read it by your own. You will read it by your own on your free time. Open aphorism number 65. Aphorism number 65, more or less same. These are the 7 examples of secondary action. We will discuss it when we will come to this. Okay, aphorism number 65. Again, examples are given for primary action and secondary action. Now, paragraph number 56.
Has it ever succeeded in removing the physical weakness so often engendered and kept up or increased by a chronic disease with its prescriptions of etheric Rhine wine or fiery toke? The strength gradually sank under this treatment, and all the lower, the
These are
greater the
German
quantity
wines
of
actually. German wines actually. Rhine wine and fiery toke. These are the German preparation of wine.
and all the lower,
Next.
the greater the quantity of wine the patient was persuaded to drink, because the source of the weakness, the chronic disease, was not cured by it, because artificial stimulation is followed by relaxation in the reaction of the vital force.
Okay, this is the secondary action. What have been discussed in aphorism number 59. Now tell me, a patient is suffering from thalassemia. Iron tonics are indicated or contraindicated? What is thalassemia?
Contraindicated.
Contraindicated. It is contraindicated in thalassemia because what is thalassemia? It is the beta chain means defect in the beta chain of hemoglobin. Okay, and there is nothing to do with this iron. Okay, in that preparation of that beta chain. Okay, hemoglobin have certain parts, hem and that another part, chain part, beta chain means hemoglobin have different part where there is a defect in the chain of the hemoglobin where iron is not needed. And what is happening in thalassemia, this RBC is prematurely being destructed in spleen. If you are adding iron more and more, it will create a iron load. So this iron tonics are contraindicated in thalassemia. This is known nowadays, but during Hahnemann's time, if there is anemia, what you should give? You should give iron tablets. But Hahnemann is telling that whether it is going to cure that chronic debility source, no, it is not going to cure that source of the debility. Okay, source of the iron deficiency. If iron tablet is useful only in cases where there is nutritional anemia, there is lack of iron in the food. Okay, nutritional anemia. Tell me, what iron will do in pernicious anemia? What is pernicious anemia? This is the question often asked in our examination. I don't know why homeopaths are very much fascinated with this pernicious anemia term. Because it is a terminology, they are fascinated with it. So what is pernicious anemia? What is pernicious anemia? Anyone?
Pernicious anemia is due to the deficiency of intrinsic factors, which helps in vitamin B12 absorption. So there is no help of iron in case of pernicious anemia because due to
Okay.
deficiency of
What
vitamin
is
B12.
B12 deficiency? Why there is B intrinsic factor deficiency? Why there is
Due
intrinsic
to
factor deficiency?
some pathology in the stomach intestine, maybe due
No,
to
in the stomach, mucosa. Due to some pathology. What sort of pathology?
achlorhydria.
Mhm. In the oxantic cell,
Oh yes,
in the oxantic cell, which is, this is the deficiency of the mucosa of the, this deficiency of the mucosa of the stomach. Okay, means defect in the gastric mucosa, oxantic cells. Okay, which is producing this factor, intrinsic factor, and B12 deficiency. B12 is there in the diet. Even if it is there in the diet, it won't get absorbed due to deficiency of intrinsic factor, which is secreted by oxantic cell of the stomach. Okay, clear? Now tell me which type of which type of miasm it will fall in. Pernicious anemia. So pernicious anemia we are discussing as a side topic. We came to pernicious anemia due to this tonic. Pernicious anemia, we have told that in pernicious anemia there is no help with this iron tablets. Okay, tell me pernicious anemia, miasm for pernicious anemia from your common sense.
syphilitic
Why?
because it is a self body destructive process.
Yes, it is destructive process, so it is of syphilitic nature. Okay, clear? You will get it in Robert. Okay, I am searching that reference in Robert, that where Robert is telling that pernicious anemia is of syphilitic nature. I am searching that reference. Uh, it is there in the Robert. I will search it and will tell you. Okay, so you have correctly told that this pernicious anemia is of syphilitic nature. So in pernicious anemia, if the source is anemia, the cause of anemia is that degeneration or degeneration in the stomach mucosa, what your iron tablet will do? It will do nothing. Okay, so the no use of tonic. You have to cure that debility. Clear? That disease which is causing debility. Clear? No, next.
Or
57.
did it sink or did its Syncona work or its Amara so misunderstood, so multifarious in their modes of action, and productive of quite different kinds of injury, give strength in these frequently occurring cases? Did not these vegetable substances, said to be tonic and strengthening under all circumstances, as also the preparation of iron, often add to the old disease new sufferings by virtue of their peculiar pathogenetic effects, without relieving the weakness proceeding from an unknown disease of long standing?
Okay. Okay. Preparations of iron, underline this. These were our were of rampant use during Hahnemann's time. So it got mentioned here. Tell me a drug. Okay. Tell me one of our medicine which is used for bad effect of iron tonics.
Pyramid.
Bad effect of iron tonic. No. Yes, you can say that ferrum met also. And one more particular drug mentioned in Allen's keynote. Open pulsatilla. In pulsatilla, you will get this bad effect in women who have used these iron tonics for long. See relation, in relation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th line. Patients anemic or chlorotic who have taken much iron, quinine and tonics even years before. You will get these cases till now. Still, what kind of pulsatilla people are? Pulsatillas are phlegmatic. Okay, since the childhood, and the parent will be more anxious of them, of their health, that kuch khata pita nahi hai, kuch khata pita nahi hai, and again they are going to doctors, and the doctor are prescribing tonics again and again, these sort of tonics. Okay, now tonics are more allopathic tonics are more consisting more vitamins, less and less iron, because they also know the bad effect of these irons. Okay, what they are doing actually. So pulsatilla is one of the medicine used for bad effect of iron tonic. Ferrum met, you have told correctly that it can be used for the bad effect of iron, in sense that it is a crude substance, may be antidoted by the a crude substance may be antidoted by the same substance in the potentized form. Have you you must have known of this case of Dr. Yunan. Dr. Yunan was a practitioner in Calcutta during the time of Hughes. In Hughes Materia Medica, you will find a case of Dr. Yunan. Hughes pharmacodynamics Hughes pharmacodynamics. In Hughes pharmacodynamics chapter Ferrum met, you will get a case of Dr. Yunan. Dr. Yunan was a practitioner in Calcutta during Hughes' time, and Hughes have mentioned him in his book. Okay, who was Dr. Yunan? Dr. Yunan was teacher of Dr. Gyan Majumdar. Okay, Dr. Gyan Majumdar is again was a famous practitioner of Calcutta, and Dr. Gyan Majumdar is teacher of famous Dr. L.M. Khan sir. Okay, so Dr. Yunan went to a patient's home for treating a patient for certain thing. Okay, and he asked Dr. Yunan to prescribe for his parrot. Okay, and that this parrot is very pale and eating nothing and sick and not active. Dr. Yunan saw that the parrot was drinking his water from a iron cup which has been rusted. Okay, so he thought there must be the bad effect of iron, and he prescribed ferrum met. Okay, so Shifa, thank you for pointing out, so that we have discussed this case also from Hughes Materia Medica of Dr. Yunan. Okay, so any crude substance can be antidoted by the same substance in potentized form, like mercury. Bad effect of mercury can be antidoted by mercury in potentized form, and also there are some specific antidotes to that, like pulsatilla for iron tonics we have discussed, and there for mercury there are many antidotes. Okay, many antidotes in even in Allen's keynote. Clear? So next chapter, next paragraph.
Has anyone ever succeeded in diminishing in the very least the duration of the incipient paralysis of an arm or a leg, or often arising from a chronic dyscrasia, by means of the so-called unguenta nervina or any other spirituous or balsamic?
Unguenta is ointment. Unguenta
What's
means
it?
ointment. Ointment.
Okay, sir.
Ointment. Okay. You will read it in your
Or
pharmacy.
Okay, sir. Or any other spirituous of balsamic embrocations without curing the
This is
dysprasia
plaster.
itself.
Embrocation is plaster. Again, an external application.
Or have electric or galvanic shocks ever been attended with any other result in such cases than a gradually increasing and finally absolute paralysis and extinction of all muscular and nervous irritability in the affected limbs?
Okay, so electric shock is given. This is usual treatment. Modern days. Give me an example where these electric shock are used frequently. They have no other treatment for this beside electric shock. It's still being used.
Defibrillator, sir.
Huh?
Defibrillator.
Defibrillation. Okay, they are using it, electric shock in this. Common disease. Tell me a common disease. Bell's palsy. Facial nerve palsy. Okay, no other treatment they are having for this facial nerve palsy, and we are having very good result with this facial nerve palsy. Okay, very good result based on causation. These are usually due to cold effect on the facial nerve. Okay, so we are having very good medicines for facial nerve palsy, but in modern school they are using electric therapy. Okay, this Bell's palsy is one of the kind of acute disease. Okay, it will go off on itself if it is not being treated. They are giving electric shock again and again to the nerve, and it will cause more damage if it was not of acute character. Okay, patient will recover in spite of this. If you are giving electric shock or not, patient will ultimately recover from this Bell's palsy until and unless it is not of chronic nature. The viral facial palsy, the viral affection of the facial nerve is self-limiting disease, and it will go on its own. With homeopathy, you can retard the duration. You can cut short the duration of the facial palsy, that Bell's palsy. Okay, but they are giving, in Bell's palsy, they are giving electric shock, and this shock is just reviving the muscles for a time being, and then again it is relapsing. Okay, sometime these facial nerve stimulation with the electric shock, mild electric shock, will do much damage. Okay, so open fifth edition preface to the fifth edition by Hahnemann. Last, you will see a footnote, last page.
I am therefore sorry that I once gave the advice severing the allopathy to apply to the back in psoriatic diseases a resinous plaster to cause itching and to imply the finest electric sparks in paralytic affections. For as both these appliances have seldom proved of service and have furnished the mongrel homeopathists with an excuse for their allopathic transgressions, I am grieved I should ever have proposed them, and I hereby solemnly retract them. For this reason also, that since then our homeopathic system has advanced so near to perfection that they are now no longer required.
Okay, this was required in certain condition. Hahnemann was telling. Now again he is putting it back, that I am retracting these. Okay. Now again you will see in sixth edition again Hahnemann is advising about electric shock. Okay. So in sixth edition, that is the case of fifth edition. Now go to aphorism number. You will see the aphorism number 286, 286, sixth edition. Go to that. Okay. Now, again, read it. 286, 6th edition.
Footnote. No. The
No,
dynamic
6th
force of
edition.
The dynamic force of mineral magnets, electricity, and galvanism act no less powerfully upon our life principle, and they are not less homeopathic than the properly so-called medicines which neutralize disease by taking them through the mouth, or by rubbing them on the skin, or by olfaction.
Okay,
There may
like
be
what does
diseases.
this mean? This long sentence is mostly in negative form. What does this mean? This means mineral magnet, electricity, and galvanism are also acting as homeopathically. Okay, next.
There may be diseases, especially diseases of sensibility and irritability, abnormal sensations, and involuntary muscular movements, which may be cured by those means. But the more certain way of applying the last two, as well as that of the so-called electromagnetic machine, lies still very much in the dark to make homeopathic use of them. So far, both electricity and galvanism have been used only for palliation to the great damage of the sick. The positive, pure action of both upon the healthy human body have until the present time been but little tested.
Okay, so underline last two as well as last two, that and the electricity. Okay, only for palliation to damage of the sick has been used. That doesn't mean Hadman here is advising the electric shock, but it in future it may be used in that sense. Electricity and galvanism can be used in curative sense. Okay, so we are using. Have you heard about electricitas? Electricitas is a medicine. Okay, electricity are called imponderable. We are using electricitas. We are using magnets, different magnets. Okay, can you give me a reference of magnet in Allen's keynote? A reference of magnet in Allen's keynote. Open Silesia. Silesia. You will get fistula lacrimalis, ingrowing toenails, just few lines above the relationship. Magnetis polaris articus. Okay, magnetis polaris articus, ingrowing toenail. This is one of the reference of magnet in Allen's keynote. So we are using magnets, we are using electricity in our daily practice. Some people use soul, medicine prepared from solar energy, Luna, medicine prepared from lunar energy. I don't know use of them, but I have used this magnetis polaris articus as in ingrowing toenails, and I have used in plenty of cases electricitas. Okay, mostly in electricians you will get. So we are using these electricity. What Hahnemann have indicated that their use are still in dark. Why it was in dark? Because it has not been proved, and later on it was proved and used in clinical practice. So we are using it. We are using X-rays also. Okay, what modern school is using for X-ray? One is for therapeutic purpose. We are using also for therapeutic purpose, means in that chemotherapy. What they sorry, not in chemo, radiotherapy. What they are giving? X-rays. Okay, and for therapeutic purpose, what we are using? X-ray in potentized form. not in crude form. Like they are using electricity in crude form. Okay, we have given example of Bell's palsy where they are using electricity in crude form, and we are using electricity in dynamic form. Okay, we have proved X-ray and using X-ray in therapeutic for therapeutic purpose. They are also using X-ray for therapeutic purpose in radiotherapy. That is doing more danger. Okay, that is doing more danger to the patient. And one of the indication for X-ray is the bad effect of radiotherapy. Okay, and one of the indication for electricity is the bad effect of electric shocks. Electricians will come to you and not responding to your medicine. Think of electricity because they are on and off having shock of electricity, and that is creating a blockage. So think of electricity in patient who are electrician by profession. Clear? So, and X-ray is being used for diagnostic purpose also. Mostly we are using also for diagnostic purpose. They are using also for diagnostic purpose. Okay. So come back to our topic of discussion again, where we were. In 59, paragraph number 59.
Yes, sir. Did not the renowned Excitentia and Aphrodisiaca, ambergris, lacerta, sinus, cantharides tincture, truffles, cardamoms, cinnamon, and vanilla invariably bring about complete impotence when used for the purpose of restoring the gradually declining sexual power, which always depended on an unobserved chronic miasm? Sir,
Yes, we were discussing these. This impotency lack of sexual power depends on observed chronic miasm. This chronic miasm story is literally this
sir, your
paragraph
voice is
number,
not clear.
I think, 60. Now it is clear. It is clear.
It's not clear to me. I don't know about others.
Okay. Let's discussion. Now it is clear. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
Oh, number 60, 59. This impotency, we were telling that this lack of sexual power may be due to some miasm. Okay, and going to be treated by those tonics we are giving. Those Aphrodis we are giving. Okay, it is not going to cure because it is due to some miasm. Clear? Next, paragraph number 60.
How can credit be taken for the production of a stimulation and invisible
Enumeration means increase power, increase power.
of but a few hours duration, when the result that must follow and which is permanent is a directly opposite state, the rendering of the disease incurable, according to the laws of
Okay, directly
alternative.
opposite state. Directly opposite state, that is secondary counteraction. Directly opposite, again, for example, number 59, secondary. Okay, that is according to the law of palliative action. Whenever antipathic medicines are used, secondary counteraction, we will discuss it when we will discuss primary and secondary action. Now, paragraph number 61.
Sir, can you hear me?
Number 61.
The little good that the excitantia and robodentia did for recovery from acute diseases treated according to the old method was 1,000 times outweighed by their ill effects in chronic maladies.
Okay, we have uh, previously we have studied that those old school method can be, you can tell that these old school methods are helpful in acute durations, acute disease of duration. Okay, acute diseases of short duration. Okay, because those diseases have been lost their duration, while your medicine were helping. Your medicine was just helping symptoms. Okay, same thing can be said here in acute diseases. But the chronic diseases which is producing debility, these things are of no use. Okay, and again, these are 1,000 times outweighed by their ill effects in chronic maladies. Underline this. 1,000 times outweighed by their ill effect. Okay, next chapter, next one chapter is of alteration. Next one is of alterative or alterntia. Okay, one chapter. Now that line, what I have told you to give at the end. Okay, give that line 61, paragraph number 61, paragraph number 61, give a straight line and write 7. So chapter number 7 ends here. Clear? Chapter number 7 ends here, and now next chapter is about alternatia. What we have discussed, which is alterating the state. We have in derivative methods practice of DMD, disease. Okay, that is alteration. Read it by yourself. You will read it by yourself up to paragraph number 65. Paragraph number 65, and give at the end of that paragraph this line and write 8 there, like this. At paragraph number 65, give a straight line like this and write 8 there. Okay, so this completes alternatia, that alterative. And next chapter is on mixtures. Next chapter is on mixture. It again consists of one chapter. Again consists of one chapter. Next, up to paragraph 77. Paragraph number 77. At the end of paragraph number 77, again number 77, here ends chapter on mixture. The section on mixture. And next two classes. Anyone having any question? We'll discuss it in next 5 minutes. I have asked you to read alternatia chapters on alternation. One chapter on alternation, which is going up paragraph number 66. You read it by yourself. We will start next day from chapter paragraph number 60. Paragraph number 56. 65. We will start from paragraph number 56. Okay. Next one. want to
Hello,
ask
sir.
something?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Sir. Can you hear me,
Yes,
sir?
you want to
Hello.
ask something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are
Sir,
audible. Yes.
what about when we use iron utensils? There can be effects of that too.
Yes, yes. That there can be side effect. Okay, and we are not using iron utensils nowadays for cooking purpose, is it not?
Yes,
But
sir. Mostly.
stainless steel. Mostly we
Yes,
are
sir.
using stainless steel, which is a iron and chromium. Okay, so it is not having bad effect. But if we are using iron utensils, it will have bad effect. Like mostly you will get aluminum toxicity. Okay, nowadays using aluminum for cooking purpose, you will. We can discuss aluminum toxicity in children. Uh, Means how many children I have cured this prescription on this only, I don't remember. That patient will come to you and will tell that my child is having this gastric problem, cannot digest. Just ask the parents to change the utensils in which the milk is being boiled. Okay, aluminium. Mostly people are using aluminium for boiling milk. The child bound to suffer this aluminium toxicity. Food for alumina in your patient.
Sir, I think you have network issue.
To Wi-Fi, not connected to Wi-Fi. It is on my cellular network, so it may be there. Okay. Uh,
Sir, you are not audible, sir.
alumina, alumina in Allen's keynote. You have? Do you have Allen's keynote with you?
Yes, sir.
Open alumina in Allen's keynote. You will find bottle fed babies, constipation in bottle fed babies. Okay, why this constipation is there? Because the powder is coming. The if you remember, means the powder for the children are coming in aluminum packet, aluminum foil. These days, aluminum foil means to wrap up the cooked food also, and these powders are coming in aluminum aluminum packets. The aluminum wrapping. Okay, so there is toxicity of alumina due to that. Ask the parents to change that. Ask the parent to take the tin can. Tin is not causing that as the alumina is causing. Okay, so these are things you have to look out. Now, open aphorism number uh, 17. Aphorism number 17. Sorry, aphorism number 18. What is there? Aphorism number 18. Is there?
What, sir? What, sir?
Am I audible? Aphorism
Yes,
number
sir.
18. Okay.
18.
What is there? 18. Yes.
6th edition accompanying modalities.
No. 18 first line, and you will get
Oh,
totality of symptom and a footnote to
yes,
the
sir.
footnote is there to the sixth edition with consideration from this indubitable truth that beside totality of symptoms, with consideration of accompanying modalities. What is accompanying modalities? This is accessory symptoms.
Accessory
Sorry, this is
circumstances.
accessory circumstances. This
Circumstances.
alumina
Yes, sir.
toxicity, this alumina toxicity is accessory circumstances. You have to remove that. You have, okay, and
Yes, sir.
is telling you have to remove what is causing it. Okay, the cause which is still persist. If alumina consideration modalities. Here comes the discussion on aluminosity. Same thing you can get in the mosquito coil toxicity. You will get patient with cough, dry cough, and you don't know that these mosquito coils are causing him or her cough. Okay, you have to remove that. So these are the disadvantages of not giving attention to accessory circumstances and going only with the totality. Okay. Any question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. No, sir.
Anyone having
Thank you,
any
sir.
question? Okay, you must. I have asked you to read that paragraph number 62, paragraph number 62.